Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Mckayla, and today's video is going to be about teen moms and working slash going to school slash finishing school, all of that fun stuff that all of us teen moms get set to a higher standard for because, you know, we're teen moms and it's just the stereotype that we don't finish school. You know, we're on welfare, etc., etc. I'm struggling with college and what I want to do and what I want to do with my life, and I think I finally figured it out, but I feel like other moms are possibly in the same situation as me, or like other moms, like I want to work as well, and I feel like other moms are like, you know, struggling with that too. So I kind of wanted to like have a little talk about this because it is such a big deal, and most of us teen moms don't want to fit that stereotype that is revolved around us, and we want to prove people wrong, basically. We want to break the stereotype, or at least I do, and that's where I feel most of my pressure to get a really good job, go to college for something, you know, don't just get a job without going to college, you know what I mean? And although my plan has always been to go to college, it might not be some of your guys, but you feel pressured to go to college because you're a teen mom now and you feel like you have to. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about, does a teen mom really need to work and go to school and all of that fun stuff? If I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes, and I just want to start off with, not everyone has help with their kids. I am lucky enough to have so much help with my children, and it gives me so many more opportunities than if I didn't have help, of course. And I'm lucky enough to be one of those teen moms that does have a huge support system and has so many people who are willing to help, so I can make like my dream come true of what I want to do with my life. And not all teen moms have that, and I think people don't realize that sometimes. They're always like, you can figure a way around it, but sometimes you really can't, or it kind of feels impossible to. And I think people kind of forget that you can't just go to school and leave your kids at home. And you know, some people like me, I'm terrified of daycare. I will never send my kids to daycare. I will never have a nanny, like none of that stuff, because it freaks me out. So like I said before, I'm lucky enough to have a family where a ton of people support me and a ton of people are willing to help me so I can do what I want with my life. But not everybody has that, and a lot of people struggle with, you know, sending their kids to daycare. A big reason I don't like sending my kids to daycare is vaccinations. A lot of people don't like vaccinating their kids now, and I get that most daycares usually have it as a requirement that their kids have to be vaccinated, but it's still like a fear of mine. So I have a big problem with that. And you know, that's not to bash any moms who do send their kids to daycare and do believe in daycare. It's just my personal way of parenting, which is okay. And I just understand other moms in my position with daycare and with nannies or people who come to the house and watch the kids and stuff, and like babysitters, and I do understand that perspective. But if you can help it and you do have a big support system, or you do believe in daycare and you do want a babysitter, I think you should do that. And I think that you should go to college. I think you should go to school. I think you should finish high school. I think you should get a job. I think that if you have the help and you have the means to, I believe that you should do what you want. I believe that you should have a job. I think that's like a huge part of being a mom, is being able to support your children. You did decide to have a child young, so I think that you should find a way to support your child, and that's just what I believe, and I feel like a lot of other moms feel the same way. And I just think that it's a huge deal. If you can help it, you should help it. But I also see the perspective of people who really can't work. Whenever I was a senior in high school, I got really bad postpartum depression whenever my son was about 2, 4, 6 months, somewhere around there. I got really bad postpartum depression. I felt like a horrible mom for going to school and leaving my son with my mom. He was being taken care of just fine and everything, and he probably didn't even realize I was gone. But I felt like a horrible mom, and I felt like I was I don't even know how I want to describe this, but I just felt like I was letting him down because I wasn't there for him throughout the day. So I do see the perspective of that, of people with postpartum depression literally not being able to work or go to school. And I also have to say that whenever I did go through postpartum depression, I started online schooling and I finished school early that way. So I didn't make any excuses for myself not to finish school and not to do school. I did it some way. I just did it in a way that made me feel better. And if you do want to work, I'm sure there's some at-home job you could do. I know there's college online. There are other options, and I think that you should look more into it. If you can and you do have that support, try finding a place to work in your area, somewhere close to home, so you know you're there if your baby needs something, if somebody calls you, if there's an emergency. You're not far away, you're in town, you're there, you can be there on time, and there's really nothing to worry about. So just try finding something in your area, somewhere maybe you could walk to if you don't have a car. If you do have a car, maybe somewhere that's like 5 minutes away. Just look into other options, places around you, just like research what there is. The next thing is you should want to provide for yourself and your baby. You had this child, you should want to provide for them. You shouldn't want other people to provide for them, and you should want to work hard for them. And I just feel like it's a thing that has to come like from within you. Like you should want to do these things. You should want to be the mother that will do anything for their child, whether you're a single mom or you're not. I feel like it should be something you want to do. The next thing is money coming in. Like you making money could ease your mind. It could make you feel better about things. I know whenever I'm running short on money, like I get super stressed, I get anxious, I feel like I'm doing something wrong, like I get really worked up about it. But whenever I have like times where I'm really secure with money, I feel like a better mom. I feel like a stronger mom. Like I don't know if other people feel that way, but I do. And it's just whenever I know I have money coming in and I know I'm secure, I feel so much stronger and I feel so much more responsible and like a mature adult. And that really helps me and that eases my mind. And I just feel like if the same thing was happening to you, it could possibly ease your mind and help you, because money really does make the world go round now. And you know, having a baby isn't expensive. Like, so just if you have money coming in, I'm sure it would make you feel better. The next thing is do not rely on somebody else's income. If your baby daddy is making money, do not rely on it, because he could lose his job and then you could have nothing. Do not rely on your parents. Do not rely on welfare. Like, just don't rely on other people's income, because things can go crashing and burning within a second. You need to get your own job. You need to combine your income with whatever other income you're getting, or if you're not getting any other income, at least you know where the money's coming from. You know you're stable, and if something happens to your job or your money, you can get a new job. You know what's happening. You have time to prepare. So do not, please, if this is the one advice that you would take from this video, don't rely on anybody else's income but your own. Not your baby daddy, especially not your baby daddy. Rely on you, because in the end, you know what's happening in your life, and you know when you're secure and when you're not. So just rely on your own income. Don't rely on anybody else's. The next thing is working / getting out and going to college or school or whatever gives you some you time. Sure, you're still doing things. Sure, you're still working. You're going to school. Sure, you're still learning. Your mind's still busy. But it's you time. It's time for you to do things for yourself outside of your kids. And that can be good sometimes. Whenever I had postpartum depression, that was not what I needed. But whenever I got over postpartum depression, that is what I needed. I needed some me time. I needed something where I felt like I was doing something for myself and my kids. I felt like I just needed that time of schoolwork, and I needed that time to go to work. I needed that time to film. I needed that time to study. Like, it's just something that helped me a lot. And I feel like if you have some you time, that you would feel better. And I think that that's an amazing thing about being a mom and also having a job, is you get that you time. You get that time to kind of take your mind away from your kids and put it on you and do what you need to do. Then the last thing is stay positive. Don't push yourself too hard. Like, I was thinking way too much about college and what I want to do with my life, and I was stressing myself out. And then once I just kind of sat down and thought about all the aspects I want for my life and what I want to do and what makes me happy, I finally came up with something that I wanted to do and I wanted to go to college for. And I feel like whenever you're not positive and you're stressed out and you're anxious, it's really hard to find something that makes you happy, something you want to do. I think that you really need to stay calm, stay positive, and things will come to you. So just stay positive, don't think of the negatives, and I'm sure that you will find something that you'll love to do and you'll succeed. So that is all for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in my next one.